want to show someone you care, you go above and beyond. It can have an extraordinary effect on people. So when you care this much about your family, from the youngest to the oldest, you send them to the place that specializes in extraordinary care. Covenant Healthcare.
I'll never let you down. I need you now.
We make families feel extra safe with a leading team of experts in the Great Lakes Bay region. We take the extra steps to deliver the most advanced technologies and training. We go the extra mile as you journey from diagnosis to recovery. We give families extra hope. Why do more people trust their families to Covenant Healthcare? Because we've proven ourselves over time, across generations, and treat your family like you do, with extraordinary care, so you can continue to do so for generations to come.
Good evening and welcome to our pregame show, the Covenant's Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on BCTV. Jeff Doad and Mike Wisdala. We're in for a fun rematch tonight, Mike.
Yeah, this is going to be a great basketball game, Jeff. Two good teams playing very, very, very well right now. Cougars are on a 9-game winning streak. Coach Clyde and his squad's doing very well at 13-4. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
The All Saints offense is really starting to ramp things up, playing with a lot of confidence. I really think the turning point in the All Saints season was that loss and what happened in aftermath of that game to turn them into the winners that they've been since.
Well, they played very well when they were over at Glenn. Even though they lost the game, they played very well. They did some nice things. They saw a different little bit of a look on defense with the boxing one and the face guarding the Dittmer. So you're probably going to see that again tonight. So they'll be prepared for it. They like to shoot the ball. They like to get up and down. They're scoring over 50 points, so that'll be a challenge for the John Glenn Bobcats.
You can tell a lot about a team and how they're going to play and respond by the aftermath and that post game of the last game. And from what we talked to Coach earlier, he said that it was a very somber and quiet, and sometimes that bears fruit.
Well, and it does, and you just kind of step back and you sleep on that. You get up the next day, the sun does come up, and you start thinking about that. But you can't think too far down the road, Jeff. You got another game the next night or next couple days, so you got to really focus. And I know this is an old cliche, but you really do have to take them one at a time. You can't worry about John Glenn. That's 9 games down the road, but they're going to worry about him tonight. The Bobcats are ready, and so are the Cougars.
I look for the pace of the game to be very controlled. They'll do some fast breaking, but I really think that this game is going to be in the mid-50s for the winner and the high 40s for the loser.
Yeah, I think Hunter Skorseski, who had a really nice game against John Glenn the first time, was a big presence inside, missed a few bunnies, but is a quality free throw shooter. And watch that matchup between Dittmer and Volk. That's probably going to be another boxing one. Coaches are creatures of habit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you're probably going to see that tonight again. So, but Bobcats got to pick up high against the Cougars.
And I really think staying out of foul trouble tonight is the key for the All Saints Cougars.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Tanny got in a little foul trouble. Skorseski got into a little foul trouble. Those two are key factors. Neitzel coming off the bench, I think, is the key for the Cougars. And then just the defensive end of the floor for the Bobcats. And Coach Clyde's got a very nice rotation with his squad also.
We are in for a lot of fun tonight. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with words of wisdom from both head coaches as our pregame show rolls on right here on BCTV.
Where did this rash come from?
Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs.
Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
It's our pleasure to have the head coach of the All Saints Cougars, Jason Brzezinski. Coach, welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for having us again.
We're past the three-quarter point in the season. What can you tell me about your club in the last half a dozen games that's got you excited for the stretch?
Our offense has picked up a lot. Our offense transition. We've been pushing the ball a lot more, and we've been scoring a lot more than we were in the beginning of the year. We've also been playing excellent defense, keeping that up. We've only allowed over 50 points once this year.
Coach, you're on a little 9-game winning streak right now, and big test tonight against John Glenn. What do you got to do tonight to beat the Bobcats and to be successful?
First thing is we got to stop their transition. I thought, last time we played them, that's where we got beat. We got to slow down Schlink. He hurt us last time driving to the basket, so we have to keep him out of the paint. We got to keep playing solid defense and protecting the paint.
In the last ball game, you saw a box and one, and Volk from John Glenn did a very good job on your top scorer. Any wrinkles that you can put in to help free him up a little bit tonight? Because I think you might see a little bit more of the same.
Oh yeah, we put a couple wrinkles in. We're going to use Dittmer in different places tonight to try to free him up and free up some other guys.
Let him step up.
Oh yeah.
Coach, your schedule down the end of the season, your last 3 games, I think you're on the road if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yeah, you got some tough games, but you end the season with a game that you didn't necessarily have on your schedule. You picked up a Holly team, so you're going to end with that team before the districts. Talk about what happened with that Holly squad.
Well, we're supposed to play Breckenridge, and they canceled on us because they had to make a conference game. So we picked up Holly. They contacted us last week. I think it's a good test for us playing a Class A school if we want to get through a regional, get to a quarterfinal. We're going to have to play teams like that.
Does any mention go into the first game as you prepare for this game with your kids, or do they just have good memories and they realize they want to come out and try and make amends tonight?
Oh, yeah. After the game that we lost, the locker room was quiet because, Crosstown game, these guys want to come out and win, and last time we lost a tough one. Locker room was quiet, and I think Hunter Skorcheski said we get another chance at him.
Well, that's a good thing about Hunter, senior leadership, saying, hey, we get another shot. They're going to be in our barn, so you got them tonight. So we're expecting a real nice game and a real nice crowd tonight also.
Oh, yeah. It's senior night here. 2 good teams. John Glenn, 13-4. They've been playing good the last couple of games, so we're looking for another good game here.
Very impressed with Skorcheski in the first game. Got himself a little bit in foul trouble, but he really spreads out big and has become a real post presence for your club.
Oh, yeah, he's been solid for us the last couple of years. When we get him the ball, he's been shooting over 50% for us down there, so he's been solid. He gets to the free throw line as well.
Well, Coach, we're excited about the possibilities. Thanks for having us in your palace here. We're looking forward to fun things tonight. All the best tonight and through the rest of the season.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Thanks,
Good luck,
Mike.
Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be back as our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show continues right here on BCTV.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready. With the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Welcome back to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on BCTV. It's our pleasure to have the head coach of the John Glenn Bobcats, Dale Clyde. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you again, Coach.
You too.
We're past that three-quarter mark on the season, and your club just seems to be playing better and better. I guess that's just a sign they're well coached.
I don't know about all that. We struggled through a little bit of sickness about a month ago, and we've gotten everybody back, and right now we're playing pretty well. I'm really happy with how we're playing basketball right now.
Coach, we saw the first All Saints Glen game, did a really nice job on the defensive end. What's the game plan tonight for the Bobcats against the Cougars?
Amp it up on the defensive end. Kids and I talked the other day, we're 13-4 in the season. When we hold opponents under 50 points, we're 13-0. When they score more than 50, we're 0-4. So it really starts at the defensive end, and then hopefully you can get some transition offense off of that. But everything that we do tonight will be geared on the defensive end.
One of the real beauties of this rivalry is turned into jam-packed houses to play in from. That's got to be a joy.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It makes it a lot of fun when you can play in front of a full house, and fans are loud, and you guys are here, and the kids are very excited to play the game.
So it makes a difference when BCTV's in the house. That's good to know. That's good to know, Coach. But defensively, let's go back and talk a little defense. I like your transition defense. You're picking up high sometimes, but I also like, man, you are really talking, moving your feet, closing out really, really well.
Yeah, it's something that's emphasized a lot, getting in the gaps, closing out on your own man, and then getting into gaps and helping people close out. And when we do help the helper. And it's something that we obviously really work on. And the kids have bought in, and they expend a lot of energy. Offense is a place where you can rest. Defense is where you expend all of your energy, as far as I'm concerned. I'm old school with that.
Rest on offense and get after it on defense.
You better believe it.
There you go.
Very impressed that your team has taken on individual roles. Did you set goals for these kids before the season started? I mean, I think of junk guys like Volk that just go out and do the dirty work for you and play that great defense. They might give up something on the offensive end, but people like that make me smile.
Yeah, we've got a lot of kids that understand their role. At the beginning of the season, I asked the kids, they fill out a form, and the form lists strengths and weaknesses, goals for the team, individual goals, and then the last question that's on there is, what's your role on this team? What do you think your role is? And I meet with each kid, and we go through it, and it's not always the conversation they want to have, but if they buy in and realize it's 5 guys working together, it's not about individuals, then you're going to have some success, and they've really done that. They've bought in, and we've got we got guys that'll jump on the floor. We got guys that love to rebound. We got guys Nick loves playing defense and trying to shut somebody down, and obviously everybody likes to play offense. So.
Well, Nick takes after his dad on that defensive end of the floor, right?
Sure.
and his uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. But, Coach, good luck tonight. It's going to be a great game, and we've been looking forward to this one for a long time.
Thanks, guys. Should be a lot of fun. Kids are really excited. We'll go get after it.
Well, always a pleasure. Best of luck tonight and as the regular season winds down quickly and into the tournament.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back in just a minute with all the action right after this on BCTV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients, with the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
He has played 4 years of football and basketball and will play his 4th season of baseball this spring. Grant was named first team All-State in football as a junior and as a senior. He was also named the Golden Helmet winner last year. Grant will attend Delta College, where he hopes to play baseball, and his major is still undecided. Patrick Lanza is the son of Kathleen Lanza and Walter Lanza, and that's worth receiving by his parents. He has played 4 years of basketball and 3 years of golf during high school. Patrick hopes to become a corporate lawyer, hopefully studying at Saginaw Valley State University and U of M Law School. Evan Connor Lane is the son of Jamie and Jesse McLaren. He has played 4 years of football and basketball and will play baseball in the spring. Evan is an honor student and plans on attending Delta College or Saginaw Valley State University next fall. I gotta get some first. Brady John Neitzel is accompanied by his parents, Patrick and Kevin Neitzel this evening. This is his 4th year playing football, baseball, and basketball. He was named All-District in baseball last year, and he is a 2-year member of the Yellow Ribbon Club. Brady plans to attend Locke Community College or Delta College, where he will play baseball. He plans on a career either teaching or engineering. Anthony Nemick is the son of Ron and Yvonne Nemick. That's Curtis Nemick. He has played 3 years of football, 4 years of basketball, and he will play his 4th season of baseball this year. He was named an All-District infielder last year, as well as first-team All-Conference and second-team All-Conference. Anthony plans on beginning to study pre-law at Delta College. Hunter Christian Orcheski is accompanied by his parents, Mark and Carlene. He has been a member of the basketball and football teams for 4 years. Hunter was named first-team All-Conference last year in basketball and is a member of the National Honor Society. He is also a 2-year member of the robotics team. Hunter will attend Northwood University as part of their BBA MBA honors program, majoring in accounting. Tyler and Diana Sutton escort their son Trevor this evening. He will have played 4 years of football, basketball, and baseball at the end of the senior year. Trevor is also a 2nd-year member of the robotics team. He is a member of the National Honor Society and has been named to the honor roll. Trevor has several offers in front of him for next fall, and he is still undecided at this time. Joe T is escorted this evening by his parents, Heidi Wagner and Jack T. He is a 4-year member of the football, basketball, and baseball teams. Joe was named honorable mention All-State in All-Conference in basketball as a junior, and he has been a member of the Yellow Ribbon Club for 2 years. He plans to attend Delta College, where he will play baseball in the fall. Ariane Davenport is accompanied this evening by her parents, Brenda Casey and Charles Davenport. She has been a member of the Varsity bowling team for 3 years and has played softball for 4 years. Ariane has also been active in theater. She plans to begin studying at Delta College next fall, with hopes of pursuing a degree in nuclear medicine technology. Clara Alvarez is the daughter of Jessica Alvarez and Corel Dean, who are with her tonight. She has been involved with comms and bowling for 3 years, and she has also participated in dance and volleyball for 4 years. She serves as vice president of the Yellow Ribbon Club, and she was named 2nd-team All-Conference in bowling last season. Clara has achieved high academic honors throughout her high school career, and she is a member of National Honor Society, serving as historian. Clara plans to attend Aquinas College to study business administration and sports management, and she hopes to study abroad at some point. As a side note, today is her 18th birthday. Cassidy McDonald is accompanied by her parents, Kathy and Dan. Cassidy played basketball for 2 years, volleyball for 4, and this is her 2nd year on the robotics team. This will be her 4th season as a member of the tennis team, and she's been a member of the Pom Squad for 4 years. She was named a Mid-American Pom-Pom All-Star this year, and she was also Secretary of Student Council, Treasurer of the National Honor Society, and a member of the Yellow Ribbon Club. Cassidy will attend either Michigan State University, where she has been accepted into their Scholar Program, or Grand Valley State to major in nursing. John and Holly Ritter escort their daughter, Alexandria Marie Ritter, this evening. She will have been a member of the Pom-Pom Squad and the tennis and volleyball teams for 4 years when she graduates in June. She has also been a member of the dance team for 3 years. Alex is a member of the National Honor Society and is co-treasurer of the Yellow Ribbon Club. She was named Academic All-State in volleyball, 2nd-team All-Conference in volleyball, and flight champ at regionals in tennis. Alex plans to attend Michigan State University to study nursing in the fall. Andrew Sydock and Marlene Micah accompanied their daughter Nicole tonight. Nicole has participated in comps for 4 years, dance for 3 years, and tennis for 1 year. She was named a member of the Mid-American Pom Team. Nicole will be studying health science at Saginaw Valley State University in the fall. Jacob Christensen is the son of Ray and Lisa Christensen, who escorted him tonight. Jacob has been a member of the bowling team this year and played basketball for 3 years. Jacob plans for the future include attending Kirtland College next fall to study precision machining. Noah Gregorchuk is the son of Ken and Michelle Gregorchuk, and he is escorted by his mother this evening. Noah is a 4-year member of the bowling team, and he was named first team all-conference. Noah plans to attend Grand Valley State University to begin his study of finance and international business in the fall. Justin Weller is the son of Tim and Yvonne Weller, and he is accompanied by his parents tonight. Justin is a 3-year member of the bowling team. He is also president of National Honor Society Key Club, secretary of the Yellow Ribbon Club, and a member of Students for Life. He was recently named the winner of the Martin Luther King Jr. Regional Scholarship. Justin plans to study pre-law at either the University of Michigan or Saginaw Valley State University. Let's give one big final applause to all of our All-State seniors.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All Saints High School welcomes you to Lefty Bronx Court for tonight's varsity boys basketball game between our guests, the John Glenn Bobcats, and your All Saints Cougars. Before tonight's national anthem, we'd like to welcome Father Rick Larry from Our Lady of Testament Church for tonight's benediction.
Lord God, on this senior night, we thank you for the gift of our young people that are seniors. They truly are, with all of our young people, your gift to our families, our schools, our churches, our communities. Blessings upon them. Blessings upon the competitors in the hard court tonight. Keep them safe, free from injury, and good sports. Keep us good sports in the stands as well. And when all is done, we give you thanks and praise, and you guide us safely home. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Through the
was my freshman year.
Now tonight's starting lineups. First for our guests from John Glenn High School. Starting at guard, number 1, Brendan Schleich. Starting at forward, number 12, Tyler Sank. Starting at guard, number 22, Norman Stockton. Starting at forward, number 23, Adam Pike. And starting at guard, number 25, Nick Bell. The Bobcats are coached by Mr. Dale Clyde. And now for your All Saints Cougars. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 4, Evan Lay. Starting at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 11, Grant Dipper. Starting at forward, a 6'3" senior, number 12, Joe Deeney. Starting at guard, a 6' senior, number 23, Trevor Sutton. And starting at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 30, Hunter Skorzewski. The Cougars are coached by Mr. Jason Brzezinski, assistant coach, Mr. Scott Trepkowski. Your referees for tonight's game, Mr. Bill Haskell, Mr. Tom.
Oh, welcome to what should be a fun-filled next hour and a half of basketball. Jeff Doden and Mike Wasdala along with you. Jam-packed house tonight, the perfect atmosphere for a great game.
Great weather outside, Jeff. Today is about 65. A little hot outside. It's real steamy inside the All Saints Cougar gym. I think we're going to have a fantastic ball game tonight.
Another great Bay Metro Cougar, J.J. Metz set to throw it up in the air. Tommy Barnacow and Mr. Bill Heinskill, who's been with us for 9 games this year. Number 10 coming tomorrow. He loves BCTV so much, he says, I got to be part of this. Sutton down deep on the wing, trying to find some room to roam. Nice pump fake, 8-footer down on the baseline. Great Evan Lay, first deuce of the ball game. Very good offensive set for the All Saints Cougars.
All Saints coming out in the matchup zone. Going to be a foul on number 30, Jeff Skorzewski. His first personal, team foul number 1. Just underway here from Cougar Gymnasium.
He's the one player I feel for All Saints that really cannot get into foul trouble tonight. They need his presence on the floor on both ends.
Yep, he was a big presence in the first game. Jeff got in a little bit of foul trouble. He needs to stay on the floor tonight for the Cougars to be successful.
First of 2 at the line. Nick Volk with a little double iron and a bounce out. Takes his time, got a little bend to the knees, comes back up straight, a little strong on the second. Lane violation is going to allow one more shot.
Yeah, looked at in the defensive end of the floor, Jeff. Again, Nick Volk's going to go boxing 1, hang out with Dittmer all night long. Dittmer goes, sells popcorn. Volk's going to go with him.
Boy, he gets 4 pieces iron that time and still can't get it to drop. That ball must be overinflated.
Rims are a little tighter this time than the last time we were here.
7:15 and counting left of the first, 2-0. All Saints on top. Skorzewski, free throw extension. He can hit that 15-footer. Nice looking Jay.
Well, he's got the green light to shoot that, Jeff, and he's a good shooter from there.
Nice look by number 22. Norman Stockton, that mid-season, got to come second semester. Any place in the gym, he's in range.
Yeah, that's in the blood for the Stockton family, Jeff. He can fill it up from anywhere.
Sutton trying to dribble, penetrate, clears a little space, can't get the shot to drop. Love that backside positioning and rebound by Adam Pike. Shot is missed on the play from Brendan Schlink. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a pair.
Fouls on Grant Dittmer. It's his first personal team foul, number 2. at the line for the Bobcats, number 1, Brendan Schlink. Going to shoot 2, Jeff.
He takes his time at the line, and man, there must be some type of a lid on that basket. That one woefully short. That one didn't even have a chance to go in. I'm sure he'll make the necessary adjustment. He's a candidate for the all-shoes team, though, Mike.
Yes, right.
Second one goes up and double irons, too. 5 free throw attempts, 0 for 5 to start the game. Not really the way Coach Clyde had scripted it.
Going to be a sleepless night for Coach Clyde.
Norman Stockton trying to get the shot to drop. Caleb Sutton in the transition down the floor. Nice little spin. Trying to move the ball around. On the baseline, we're going to have a push foul down on the base. I'm going to tell you, Volk is really putting forth a lot of energy on the defensive end of the floor again tonight.
That foul is on number 23, Adam Pike, his first team foul, number 1 for the Bobcats, Jeff. Got to remember one thing tonight, a little bit warmer in this gym, so the hydration specialist is going to be very important for both teams tonight.
Oh, he'll play a key role tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
In the game. Yep, but the players have got to realize when they have an opportunity during any stoppages of play, they got to get more than just a swallow. Norman Stockton can't get the 3 ball to drop, 1 and done as the rebound comes down to the All Saints Cougars. 5.5 minutes left in our first quarter. Shot up and missed on the play from Joe Taney. And 1 and done as the rebound comes back down into the offensive set. The John Glenn Bobcats. Stockton backs things up deep on the right-hand wing right now. As Schlink tries that left-handed dribble. They try to go back to the inside. Jump in the passing lane, trying to go coast to coast with the finish. Foul on the play. Joe Taney will go to the line for 2.
Pick and roll was there, Jeff. Just the pass was a little bit soft. Going to the line for the Cougars, number 12, Joe Taney, shooting 2. But again, nice job by Taney, taking it to the rack. He's going to be rewarded with a free throw.
Taney's body language said from the start that he was looking to go coast to coast.
He had a tough game against the Bobcats first time around, Jeff. He got in a little bit of foul trouble. And the key for the Cougars is Taney and Skorseski staying on the floor.
Second free throw is missed. Norman Stockton comes up. You don't see a lot of rebounds from that third person on the side. Volk wide open for the 3 ball. Just a little short off the front iron. Rebound and the putback by Adam Pike. Nice job.
Good position. Yeah, really good
in
position.
Unison there. Stereo.
Great minds think alike.
Into the front court. Taking their time. Getting into the offensive set. Dittmer gets the ball back to Sutton. Sutton didn't anticipate that pass. It came down around his feet. Tough where to get it.
Those are some of the things that the Cougars, Jeff, just can't do. Those unforced errors by All Saints. So it's kind of a bugaboo for him in the first game also.
Stockton sends that thing to Volk in the corner. Stockton now is going to bring that thing back around. Nick Volk wide open, thought about the shot, decided they can get a better shot. There's Stockton wide open for the 3 ball, and he comes up just a little bit short. You can't be disappointed with that look, though. Had a great look at the basket.
Yeah, went down a little high, low, short corner. And, it's a good look from Stockton. That's his shot, Jeff. He's a 3-point shooter.
Stockton trying to take it to the hole. Skorseski says, get that stuff out of this neighborhood.
Well, you know what? That's not a bad thing to do. He's already got 1 foul. Challenge the young man. See what he's going to do. Is he going to back off or is he going to block it? He blocked it, but you still got to keep going at him.
Schlink is blocked again by Skorseski. 2 for 2, and he's got a smile on his face coming down the court. Made his presence felt on the defensive end. I look for them to post up and get him the ball offensively right now. He's feeling it.
He's doing a nice job defensively, Jeff. I like your thought, getting him the rock.
Taking it strong to the hole, putting it up a little bit too strong. Good look again. Schlink with a little skip pass over to Volk. Volk's trying to go baseline. Pike trying to take it in right now. They back things back out. A little skip pass. Schlink wide open from 21. Can't get the shot to drop the backside rebound. Hauled in by Joe Taney. Taney thought about the shot again. Not much there. Floor general Sutton will have the ball deep on the right wing. Norman Stockton inside his grill. There's the post-up move we were looking for. Very tough matchup defensively for number 12, Tyler Sink.
Went hard, got to the good post position, Jeff. Just a little baby hook down there. 7-4. Bobcats with the lead. 2:56 to go here in the first quarter.
Packing it in defensively. Stockton with a nice opportunity. Can't get it, and I'm going to tell you what, Skorseski, really, that first foul looks like that really woke him up and motivated him.
He should start with one foul from now on. But, yeah, that really is, he's playing very well on both ends of the floor.
Sutton has that ball tipped from behind in the corner. The ball goes up, and Pike's going to pick up the foul. As going to the free throw line will be Joe Tanny. 7-4 our score. All Saints on top with 2:31 left in our first quarter of play.
And you think about this first quarter, Jeff, the Bobcats are 1 for 5 from the free throw line. So, that's going to give Coach Clyde a couple more gray hairs watching those kids shoot the free throws tonight. But you know what? You got to keep shooting them, start making them, and things will go their way.
8-4. Second free throw attempt forthcoming. And he was fouled behind that big new line that had that been in place back in the day. Would have been a few more points scored by some folks because your 2-pointers from 20 feet didn't get that extra nook.
I wish that baby would have been there when I was throwing up the rock.
Well, playing with Shapansky, you still probably wouldn't have got that many shots.
You wouldn't have got it. I'm telling you right now. I've already told him that. You would have never seen the rock.
2 out of 3 at the line, 9-4 our score. All Saints on top. Underneath with a great look to the junior, Jonathan Hardy, just into the ballgame. Found himself a little too far under the basket, though, to make anything happen. I'm going to tell you what, that Hardy's a big drink of water, though.
How'd you like to have that grocery bill every week?
No, thank you.
Huh?
If Natalie brought him home, I would have to batten down the hatches and lock the cupboards, boy. Probably a great kid, but, boy, the food bill's got to be big for somebody like that. Norman Stockton with a great fingertip roll. Offense, he was just a little bit out of control.
Just a touch.
Going to the hole. Nice patient whistle by Tommy Barnakow.
Good position by Skorseski to take that charge. That's Stockton's first personal team foul, number 4 for the Bobcats. Jeff, we got $1:51 to go in the first quarter. All Saints 9, Bobcats 4.
As we play this inside the last 2 minutes of the first quarter, tempo certainly dominated by All Saints in the first quarter. Who are they going to get? I think they get Hardy from behind.
Yeah, I think it's going to be against number 34, Jonathan Hardy. His first team foul, number 5 at the line. Hunter Skorseski for the Cougars. He'll shoot 2.
We've already seen him make a 15-footer contested. Now he gets a chance for the 15-footer with nobody in his face.
Yeah, good touch for a big kid. And that's really nice to have when you're battling down there every game, Jeff, and you get fouled a lot. Being a good free throw shooter is a plus.
Second free throw. It was only a good buddy score for a minute, 10-4. Now it's 11-4.
Roger. Cougars coming out in a little half-court 1-2-2 trap, Jeff. A little change up on defense.
Just show them a little different look. Now they settle back into their zone D. They have really not been able to penetrate this zone with any consistency.
A little more active are the Cougars this game than the last game, Jeff, on defense. Hands are a little higher, feet are a little quicker, so that's why they got this 11-4 lead.
Trying to move this ball around. Wide open for a much-needed 3-ball. Brendan Schlink had a great look, had time to square up, and he didn't miss.
He had a good look. Had time to sit on it, Jeff. Got a good look at the basket. Bobcats needed that one.
Just tried to shuffle the feet, play into contact, and the defense backed up, caused that extra shuffle.
Into the game for the Cougars, number 10, Brady Knight. So he'll give Skorseski a break. Good rotation right there by Coach Jason Brzezinski. Get Skorseski out with 1 foul, give him about a minute break, and then through the timeout.
That's exactly right. You don't want him to be a little fatigued and pick up number 2 late in the first. And the way they're playing, this could be the last possession of the first quarter for John Glenn as that ball's out of bounds. When you're only scoring 7 points in the first quarter, you tend to press. When you tend to press, you don't watch that ball come into your hands before you decide what you're going to do with it.
Well, and the free throws have been the bugaboo. They've been getting good looks at it, Jeff. They're just not dropping right now.
0 for their first 5 attempts with the extra free throw from the lane violation. They have got to improve on that, and they're normally a good free throw shooting team. Coming down the lane, under control, Tanny with the deuce, kissing it off that expensive piece of glass.
15 seconds, Jeff, to go here in the first quarter. 13-7, Cougars with the lead.
As they wind down, very aware of the clock, 10 seconds and counting. 6-point lead for the All Saints Cougars. See if they can get somebody to get one off quick. Volk looks for some daylight. He called glass. It was a little bit long at the end of our first quarter of play. The All Saints Cougars 13 and the John Glenn Bobcats 7. We'll be back after this on BCTV.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency of Bay County is a proud sponsor of Bay County TV Sports and your #1 option for all of your insurance needs. From home and auto to recreational vehicles, we can cover it all. Stop by our office location at 706 South Euclid Avenue or call us at 989-686-5850 to save hundreds on your insurance needs.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Natalie Doan, our super statistician. Harold Beauchamp on the camera, produced and directed by Nick Page. As I look right across from us, Mike, up in about the middle of the bleachers near midcourt, my old super statistician back in the days from Bay City, Handy, Dick Goik. He was the original super spotter.
All the big shooters are out tonight.
Boy, I'll tell you, what a great time looking around tonight, seeing this gym jam-packed. It really shows that the kids' efforts have paid off with a great crowd.
Ooh, and it's a warm one in here tonight too, Jeff.
Trying to move that ball around. Getting that ball back underneath, the skip past the Volt. Trying to go baseline, the very active defense. Good look from the middle by number 21, the freshman Joe Blong with his first bucket of the night.
Saw Grandpa the other day, had a nice conversation with Grandpa, and he's a proud grandpa, I'll tell you that right now.
Yep, Joe Furtaw, great man. Brady Neitzel thought about the shot. And they're going to bring that thing in. The ball knocked away, but there is a travel, and that was the right call.
Yep.
The ball will go over. Skorskowski knew exactly what he wanted to do with the ball. He just forgot to put the orange on the floor first.
It was
Got
a
his
good
feet
move
tangled.
by Hunter, just a little bit of a travel. Very aggressive tonight is Hunter for the Cougars, Jeff.
Back up top, Long thought about the 3 ball. Brandon Schlink sends it back. Woo, Joe Long says from 28. That one better drop if he's using it. Nick Volk in the corner, tickling the twine on the trifecta.
Nice job coming out of the end of the quarter, Jeff, by the Bobcats. Coach Clyde settled his kids down and say, look, we're in this thing. Let's not worry. We don't have to do anything special. Just keep doing what we're doing. We're going to be okay.
Nice inside-out game. And the trifecta. Evan Lay set up in the corner. Triple team comes down on Skorseski. Wide open, and he finishes.
Hunter did not panic when he didn't get a good grip on the ball. Jeff took his time, got it out there. Bobcat foul on the play. That's Cougar foul on the play. Number 11, Grant Dittmer. His second personal, team foul number 4 for the Cougars.
Three dribbles. Bend to the knees, flick of the wrist. Eventual cotton on the. Joe Blong with his second free throw attempt forthcoming.
Dittmer leaves with 2 fouls into the game. Joe Tanny. Either Tanny or Sutton will take the point guard still, Jeff, but then Dittmer, he might have to sit for a few minutes, maybe the rest of this quarter with those 2 fouls.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a non-factor offensively in this ball game. Taney gets the ball to Sutton in the corner, thought about the 3 dribble penetration. He's going to send that thing back out. Neitzel around the rim. 20 feet from it. Trying to look. And he tries to go against Hardy. That ball
good help
tipped away.
by Volk.
Volk with great help defense knocked that ball away. Down 2 with possession. The John Glenn Bobcats, 6 minutes and counting left in our first half of play.
Now you take Dittmer out of the game, Jeff. The defensive philosophy changes just a bit because he's the scorer for the Bobcats.
Trying to go to the other end with a pump fake and a shot by Taney. Can't get the shot to drop. What a great understanding of where he's at and who's on the floor guarding him.
Yep, that was a nice job using his body to shield, Jeff. That foul is on number 11, Schlenk. His second personal, team foul number 6 for the Bobcats. Taney will shoot 2 for the Cougars.
This gym's heating up a little bit, boy. I'll tell you what. What a fun night for hoops. Joe Taney with the first of 2. Brady Neitzel comes back out, as does Jonathan Hardy for the Bobcats.
17-14, Jeff, 5:47 to go in the first half. Excellent ball game here from the Cougar gym.
Second one, boy, just a nice stroke at the line. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And
no, substitute.
Nope, substitutes. All right, looked like they were getting ready to call it. So just getting the subs in, and I thought it's about time for somebody to get a drink.
Yeah, James Laporte coming in. He'll replace Schlenk, if I'm not mistaken.
J.P. Skipka with some good defense. As that ball comes in. Nothing like having a freshman on the floor to be your floor general. Look at him split the defense. Looked at the officials like he'd been hit, but a nice pocket pick. And Sutton has the ball now into the offensive set between the circles.
Nice defense by Sutton right there. Coach Brzezinski's calling out a set play. See what the Cougars are going to do here with 5:15 to go in the first half.
They continue to control the tempo in this game thus far, and they've been rewarded with a 4-point lead to this point. Skarseski up top. They get that ball back up. He's going to try a pick and roll because he's going to go strong to the hole. Nice job, but we got an offensive foul, no basket. Evan Lay let the world know a little too quick he was going to the basket. Good defense, slid in. Hardest thing in basketball to me is to know you're going to get run over for the team so you can get the charge.
It's an art, too, but you got to have a little gumption to stand there and take that abuse, Jeff.
Is gumption the best word you use?
Well, I could come up with more, but we'll save that for a later time.
That ball out of bounds going back over as Norman Stockton had that shot, and it was partially tipped and goes out of bounds. Tommy Barnico, he's finding the going a little bit tough down on the baseline with the camera people. He feels like he was at Central on the Central student end the other night when they played Western. He had not enough room to operate down there.
The camera girl took one in the chops, I think, there from Stockton.
Look at Joe Blong. Dribble penetrates, goes around Sutton, can't get the deuce to drop. But what an effort that time. That little stutter step just kind of lulled the defense, and then that first explosive step to the hole right by the D.
Good effort by the Bobcats right there, Jeff. Both guys going after the basketball. Can't complain about the effort. Here come the Cougars.
4.5 minutes and counting left in our first half. 18-14. All Saints with possession up 4. Sutton moves that ball around. Skorseski again, that was not the best spot for that entry-level pass.
Just kind of a little bit flat, Jeff. He was open. The angle was tough. If he could have got it back to the wing with that great angle, might have been a much easier pass. Idea was right. Pass was just a little off.
Stockton looking for some room to operate. He almost loses the ball. In fact, he does lose it. The ball down on the floor. Everybody diving for it. We are going to have a jump ball off the alternate possession. It will go back over to All Saints. Very patient again. The officials will come in, make sure there's nothing to be cleaned up, agree that they have a jump ball. Nobody else has got a double whistle and a foul. And we got a little moisture on the floor with those hot bodies hitting.
Well, and the officials know how big of an important of a game this is too, Jeff. They read the papers and the M Live. They see the records of these two basketball teams, so they know that they're going to have themselves a war tonight. They're going to have a good crowd. Everybody's going to be into it. The coaches are going to be into it. Kids are into it. The crowd's into it. BCTV's into it. Everybody's ready for this game.
It's a win-win-win-win-win.
Oh, absolutely.
Sutton thought about the 3 ball. Wide open for the 3 ball is Skripka, and he can't get it to drop.
Zipko had a good look at it. Jeff just didn't go down.
Put it up a little bit flat. Zipka almost jumped that passing lane. How about Nick Volk with the trifecta? Forgive me for talking about him worrying more about his defense. He's got a couple trifectas here in the first half.
He's playing well on the offensive end tonight, Jeff.
Zipka now deep on the right-hand wing. They're trying to come inside.
Well, that's Hunter Skorseski's second personal.
I don't think they got Skorseski. Sutton
I'm sorry. My mistake. I looked like they were going to call it on Hunter, but that was
you
on.
Just saw the officials both give the old double hook 'em horns. Both teams with 16 fouls, letting the other 2 officials know the next one on either side will be shooting the 1-and-1. Always great that they inform each other so you can stay on top of what's going on the floor.
Sutton's first personal, team foul number 6 for the Cougars.
Sutton's going to let that 3 ball burp it up, and he puts it up a little bit strong. Look at Volk, 15 feet from the basket, boxing out his defender and getting the loose change falling right into his lap.
Yeah, very good box out, Jeff. And when, like we say, 3-point shots, you got to box out a long ways away from the hoop.
Hardy back into the ballgame. Joe Blog into the corner. Nick Volk has the hot hand in the first half. Can't get it to drop, and I think they're going to get Hardy with a foul.
Yeah, that's Jonathan's second personal, team foul number 7 for the Bobcats. Going to the line for the Cougars is the senior center, number 30, Hunter Skorseski, to shoot 1-on-1.
Skorseski's been kind of quiet tonight. I was looking for him to be a little bit bigger factor, but the game, again, I've talked 2 or 3 times, the tempo of the game and the score of the game at this point, I think, favors all Saints.
Well, and maybe not so much. He's been quiet scoring, Jeff, but he's getting good position, and they're having to guard him. They're looking at him. And they may not get him every time, but he's down there and he's open sometimes also.
Nice touch at the free throw line. Buries a couple, 20-17 with 2:25 left in our first half of play. Boy, neither team opted to use their timeouts here in the first half. You know, down the stretch, strategy will come into play for these baskets and timeouts.
They might be waiting for a TV timeout.
We'll give them one. Volk thought about the 3 ball, trying to go back inside. Stockton back out now between the circles. Joe Blong, you know what he wants to do. He wants to lull you defensively and then go strong to the hole. Look at the body control that he used. Couldn't get the shot to drop. Skorseski with the rebound. Sutton gives that ball out of the wing. Wide open for a long 3 ball. Tickling the twine on the trifecta. Evan Lay.
Big game tonight by Evan. That's a couple 3-pointers for that young man. He's had a nice first half, Jeff.
Stockton's going to pull up from 15.
That's
with
a tough
great
shot.
Answer on the wing.
Woo.
A little step back deuce.
That was a tough shot. Looks like you in your heyday.
Yep. If it was 16, it would have been clanging, but 15 in, there's a good chance.
You couldn't throw it on the Saginaw Bridge if you were standing on Betts Bridge.
Sutton back up top now. Going to run a little weave right now. Take some time off. Brady Neitzel back into the game for All Saints. I didn't see him sneak back in. Lay's coming off a Neitzel screen. Nice job by Hardy of stepping out.
Yep.
Make sure that shot didn't go off. Now with 52 ticks left in our first half of play, 5-point lead and possession for the All Saints Cougars. Trying to dribble penetrate. Nick Volk with great defense. They slip that thing back out to Lay right now. They'll reset the offense with 35 ticks left. Sutton calling out a play, and they're trying to post up underneath for Skorseski, but the defense just not allowing it. Brady Neitzel wide open for the 3 ball. Can't get it to drop. He had a good look, though, with 21 seconds left. Down 4 with possession. Joe Blong sets up the offense for the John Glenn Bobcats. They're going to look to probably take the last shot of the first half now, inside 10 seconds and counting. Stockton wide open. He lost control of the ball just for that second. Hardy with the rebound and a putback for the deuce at the buzzer. It's 23-21. The All Saints Cougars with a 2-point lead. We'll be back in just a minute with our halftime show sponsored by Plum Harris Insurance. Oh, we got a special halftime guest, Jeff Beisel. Can't wait to chat with him. Be back in just a minute here on BCTV.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency of Bay County is a proud sponsor of Bay County TV sports and your number one option for all of your insurance needs. From home and auto to recreational vehicles, we can cover it all. Stop by our office location at 706 South Euclid Avenue or call us at 989-686-5850 to save hundreds on your insurance needs.
Welcome to our halftime show here on BCTV, sponsored by Plum Harris Insurance. No stranger to anybody that knows anything about anything in Bay County. We are blessed with the presence of Jeff Beisel tonight. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
As a longtime coach, longtime athletic director, you've since passed the baton on both. Talk about the passion that drives you to continue to be around here, around these kids every day.
It's really been a blessing. You know, I started coaching actually at All Saints very first year in 1968, and I retired in 2008. I thought I was done, and then they talked me to coming back 2 years later to coach middle school. I ended up coaching 44 years total. I love every man, and I had the most fun with the last group of kids because they were willing to listen to me. They didn't know everything at that time. And another thing that I really liked with the middle school is you lost their attention in 15 seconds or 15 minutes, and he said after that, he said, you might as well end practice. So my practices were shorter. I enjoyed it better. But I enjoy the kids. I enjoy the school. I enjoy everything with it. It's one of the best things I did was retire from General Motors and take the job at All Saints.
Well, you answered all my questions. I was going to say retire from General Motors, but still hanging around, Coach, still loving the kids and still supporting these kids. And, I had a great opportunity to play for you when I was at All Saints, and that was truly a lot of fun back in those days.
Yeah, that's for sure, Mike. I know I coached you in football, quarterback, I think, in another position too. Wasn't you a fullback or linebacker for a while? But it's one of the things with All Saints is we like to keep our family together. We like to have All Saints coaches. Jason Brzezinski is a retired football player, basketball player, baseball player, and now he's on the coaching staff. Our volleyball coach has played for All Saints. We'd like to keep the family together. And it makes us a family, and we get to know everybody, and it just makes coaching and make the kids a lot more fun, and you can go talk to people,
Well, Gwiz never got to be part of any of those 15-minute practices. He's envious now that he's heard about it. But, as you have transitioned, you're still here at all the home games, and talk about your involvement even with the Booster Club.
Well, All Saints it doesn't survive without the Booster Club. It pays actually no tuition money goes towards athletics. So the Booster Club and gate money, our gate receipts, all pay for the coaches' salaries, they pay for the officials, they pay for the equipment, and the fundraisers and we push them, and that's how we survive, and we need that help. And our alumni is very, very supportive. I mean, even though they graduated 20 years ago, 40 years ago. They still buy the tickets. They still come to see the kids because we're that family, and I think they understand that we don't survive without that money, that dollar. So when you see an All Saints kid or parent that's selling a dollar transportation ticket, buy two of them because we need the money.
Well, you just had the pot of gold, and how'd that go?
I don't know.
It was a success.
Oh, it was very, very successful. I don't know the total that we made on it because it just ended Sunday morning, but it was very successful. Big crowd. They spent a lot of money. All of our 50-50s and our raffles and stuff where people spent a lot of money. We had a lot of fun. The food was fantastic. Krishak's, I'm telling you, they have the best prime rib dinner in town, and so we all had fun. And it's part of that is giving back to our family, giving back to our community. So we were happy that we had good weather, no snowstorms, and it was fun.
Well, Coach, Gwiz and I both love every minute that we get to spend with you. You're a total class act. You're a legend. And for us to be standing between you, you've just blessed our night.
Well, what a lot of people.
Isn't that how you told me to say it?
You left them speechless. That's a first.
I think that's how you told me to say it, isn't it, Coach?
Jeff, you guys have got me tied up now. I don't know what to say. But it's good to know you guys. You guys have been you've been part of our family, even though he was an All Saints guy, and you should have been. We'll give you an All Saints shirt when you get another 10 more years.
Well, I'd wear it proudly. We'll be back with just a minute with the second half after this on BCTV.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency of Bay County is a proud sponsor of Bay County TV sports and your number one option for all of your insurance needs. From home and auto to recreational vehicles, we can cover it all. Stop by our office location at 706 South Euclid Avenue or call us at 989-686-5850 to save hundreds on your insurance needs. This presentation of high school sports on Bay County TV is brought to you in part by Renew Physical Therapy, with 7 convenient locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, including Au Gres, Bay City, Frankenmuth, Freeland, Midland, Saginaw, and Shields. At Renew Physical Therapy, there is a difference.
Back here on BCTV, sponsored by Plum Harris Insurance, our halftime show. Give us the leading scorers in the first half, Mike.
Well, Jeff, for the Bobcats, it was Nick Volk. He had 6. And for the Cougars, we had 2 gentlemen with 8. Evan Lay had 8, and Hunter Skorseski had 8. So good balance by all teams. Nobody in double figures, but really good balance by both squads.
Nobody in foul trouble either. The officials let them play ball, but the tempo in the first half was the key to the ball game to me. All Saints controlled the tempo, keeping the score down, making both teams having to work for possessions, 23-21 at the half. This game has been everything we thought it would be. Love to see now what the halftime adjustments are going to be.
Yeah, it's been a great first half, Jeff. You go back to that first quarter, Bobcats went 0 for 5 from the free throw line, but they dug themselves out of that, a little bit of that hole, got back in this game down 2 here at halftime.
Like the energy that Joe Long brought to the offense when he hit the floor.
Yeah, I like that. His energy, Jeff did a nice job from his point guard position, and I like the energy of the All Saints defense. They're very active, hands high, quick feet, closing out very well, communicating well. So far, it's been a good basketball game by both squads on both ends of the floor.
Well, we'll take a quick break as that concludes our Plum Harris Insurance halftime show. Back for the second half in just a minute here on BCTV.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency of Bay County is a proud sponsor of Bay County TV sports and your #1 option for all of your insurance needs. From home and auto to recreational vehicles, we can cover it all. Stop by our office location at 706 South Euclid Avenue or call us at 989-686-5850 to save hundreds on your insurance needs.
Back here for the second half of play, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdal along with you. Natalie Doan, super statistician for tonight. And Harold Beauchamp, our cameraman, produced and directed by Nick Page. Couple of shots missed, active on the glass. Going to have a third opportunity offensively. I'll tell you, first energy possession here in the second half for the Bobcats.
It might have been an interesting conversation by Coach Clyde at halftime with the Bobcat squad, Jeff. Coach Clyde, he's a motivator, and I know he can go in there and get these kids motivated. So I think it might have been a spirited conversation with the fellas.
Some people are like Teddy Roosevelt. They speak softly and carry the big stick. I think he walked in at halftime. There was a one-sided conversation, and I think the kids got the message.
I would have to agree with you.
Second free throw attempt coming up. The first one falls a little bit short, and Tyler Sink just continues the free throw shooting woes for this Bobcat team tonight.
There you go. That looks a lot better. That's all you had to do was say he was going to miss it, then he was going to make it.
1 out of 7 at the free throw line for the John Glenn Bobcats, but still plenty of time left. They're down by 1, trying to play defense right now. Moving the ball around. Dittmer back in the ball game. He was the only person really picked up 2. Lets it fly, shot off the mark. Might have rushed it just a little bit. At the other end, Volk thought about putting up the shot, but he didn't have great control of it. Very quickly backed out. Here's Dittmer. He wants to go coast to coast. Crossover dribble, puts it up hard off the glass. Can't get the shot to drop. Boy, he's had two good looks to start the second half.
A good look, taking it to the rack, just a little bit too strong. But you know what? Grant's a shooter. He'll fight his way through this.
Sutton and Stockton fighting for the loose change. Look at Stockton like a Duncan yo-yo with that ball on the end of his hand. And they'll continue the offensive set. Back up top. Stockton is going to look things over right now. Went off screen, hoping that Sutton would overplay that screen. Sutton realized it was happening. Did a nice job defensively to hedge that. Stockton wide open for the 3 ball. Halfway down the hole. Can't get it to drop. Dittmer with the rebound. Almost got his pocket picked. And the Bobcats playing defense right now as the Cougars hit the offense with 6:10 and counting left in our third quarter.
Evan Lay just had the rock. Jeff had a good first half. He had 8 points along with Hunter Skorseski. And again, Nick Volk and Grant Dittmer, they're going at each other. Volk will not let Grant Dittmer catch the ball.
It is a great, fun matchup. Skorseski on the inside, and they are going to get Tyler Sink with the foul.
That's Tyler's first personal, team foul number 1 for the Bobcats. Jeff, 5:56 to go here in the third quarter. 23-22 Cougars with the swim 1-point lead over the Bobcats from John Glenn.
Sutton gets that ball into Skorseski, and I'll tell you, in that spot, he is dangerous.
He's very tough down there, Jeff. He's getting big. It's an easy entry pass for the Cougars down to Hunter.
Nice by Sutton to realize he had that good a positioning.
Yep.
3-point lead, 25-22 for the All Saints Cougars. Volk down with a beautiful look to sink, and bodies are a little bit tied up. Very good sportsmanship. They just kind of rolled off nice.
Yep.
Love to see that. Back to a 1-point lead for the All Saints Cougars. 5:20 left in our third quarter of play.
Just what we thought was going to happen, Jeff, is happening.
That's
a big one for Grant
Dittmer. He's getting off the schneid with a 23-footer at the top of the key, tickling the twine.
That was a big one.
At the other end, shot halfway down again. Couldn't drop for Adam Pike. And again, no pressure there. You don't really need to rush the ball down the floor and rush that pass. Just take your time, make sure it hits its intended target.
Nice basket by Dittmer, Jeff. He's had a rough first half, but it's nice, makes you feel good when you hit that nice 23-foot jumper.
Moving the ball around right now. Volk in the corner. Very tenacious defense. Sink trying to go up with the ball. Had that thing turned over again. Boy, when you bring that rock on the floor, you're going to bring a lot of attention your way in the paint. And they got 3 defenders hawking the basketball.
Good help by the Cougars to get that turnover, Jeff.
Into the corner. Trying to move the ball around. Nothing really there. Skorseski gets that ball back up top to Evan Lay. Lay with a 3-ball. Can't get it. Stocked, and the guard comes down the floor. Quickly sees Volk at the other end. Trying to go up. Skorseski picks up number 3.
That's Hunter's third personal, according to my stats. They only got 2 on the scoreboard, but I'm going to give him 2. I thought he had 3, but
it's a
good transition break right there, Jeff. Good sideline break, got the ball to the corner. Postman comes blocked to the ball side, and that's the play. You get it down. Thought it was a good call.
Second free throw again. Boy, just woeful at the line. Again, we talk about how bad they are, and that's what it takes, I guess, for him to make one. 28-25, approaching the 4-minute mark of our third quarter play. There's a whole lot of officials up here in the stands tonight, too, that didn't agree with that call, but I thought it was a good call. Skorseski on the other end, and the foul is going to go on number 23, Adam Pike. Pike thinks he got a little bit of basketball. Coach Clyde does, too, but the officials said, there was a little arm on that.
Adam Pike just picked up his third personal, team foul number 2 for the Bobcats. 4:03 to go in the third quarter. Jeff, 28-25. Cougars up 3. Make it 4.
Boy, I'm going to tell you what a nice touch for the big fella at the line. That's 5 in a row.
Does not miss very often.
We don't believe in that. Bend to the knees, flick of the wrist, and well, it does happen once in a while. It was the law of average quiz. Don't worry about it. 3:55 left in the third, 29-25. Stockton a little bit out of control. It's going to be wide open for a 17-footer. You leave him wide open, and he is dangerous.
That was a nice shot. The pass was a little out in front of him, Jeff. He gathered himself. Big basket. 29-27. 3:33 to go here in the third quarter.
Trying to get that ball down to Skorseski, doing a nice job. Pump fake, can't get it. Pump fake again, going up, gets the ball slapped away. Sutton has the ball tipped away by Stockton, and they'll get the ball back. Skorseski did a nice job of pump fake, but when you got 3 defenders, not all 3 are taking the fake.
Good head fake by Skorseski to get the Bobcats off their feet. Into the game for the Bobcats, number 21, Joe Blond, the point guard, freshman point guard. He replaced number 23, Adam Pike.
When he came in the first half, it kind of put a spark in the John Glenn Bobcat offense. We'll see what happens now as he's got to play defense first. Dittmer goes back up top. Dribble penetration to the hole, drawing contact, not getting the shot to drop as Joe Tanney. He'll go to the free throw line, though, and earn a pair.
That foul's on number 12, Tyler Sink. His second, team third. Tanney at the line to shoot 2.
First of 2 is good. Second free throw attempt for Taney coming up. 3 and 12 again. It's a 3-point lead as we're coming down the stretch here in the third quarter. 4 pieces of iron finally softly through the cot.
Yeah, they're soft here at St. Hy's. Sweet rims.
Stockton getting doubled up top, nearly had the palm on the ball there. The ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Norman Stockton. With 3:02 left in the third, 4-point lead and possession.
Referees are going to talk about it, going to give the ball back over to the Bobcats.
When that situation happens, Mike, if you're coming in as a backside official with that call, you have got to be 100% certain when that conversation starts that the other official, who sometimes is too close to the action to see it, and they talk it over and they got it right. As the shot is missed from Volk in the corner, into the front set comes Dittmer. Dittmer's looking for an inch of space so that he can let one fly. He puts up a shot a little off balance. He tried a little dipsy-do shot, couldn't get it to drop.
Had a good screen up top. Jeff just couldn't put the rock in the hole. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. 31-27. All Saints with the 4-point lead.
Boy, that Norman Stockton, if he's open, boy, you know he's ready to make it happen. Skorseski wide open for a 3-ball off the mark. Sutton's going to take it strong to the hole. The shot is not taken. They try and pass that ball, a little skip to the corner, and that pass is airmailed.
Boy, he was wide open, too, was number 5, Zipka. Number 5, Anthony Nemec. Wide open, just a little bit too high on the pass. Back over to the Bobcats.
Some great defense, but reaching in. Joe Taney. You don't want to create that foul 35, 40 feet from the basket.
No, good call by the referee. That was a reach-in foul. Jeff stops the clock. 2:10 to go. Third quarter, still 31-27 Cougars.
Both these teams stocking up their opportunities for their timeouts, as it looks like that'll be number 3 on Skorseski.
Hunter picked up his third personal team foul, number 4, at the line for the Bobcats. Number 12, Tyler Sank. He's going to shoot 2. There you go.
Looks like Brady Neitzel comes into the ball game, and he'll replace Skorseski probably for the rest of the third.
I would say that Hunter will sit down the 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Jeff be right back in at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
How about those last 2 free throws?
Yeah.
The tide has turned.
John Glenn faithful are very happy with 2 in a row right now.
31-29, 2-point lead for the All Saints Cougars. $1:55 and counting left in our third. All Saints showing patience on offense as they get that ball down around the wing.
Good hand in the passing
he'll
lane.
have nightmares of 25 in his sleep again tonight. As Volk has done just a tremendous job defensively. As they'll come back up, Sutton will reset the show. He puts that shot off that high glass for the deuce. Really used the glass well as he kissed it high off the glass to get the angle so it couldn't be blocked. Job Long slices and dices his way down the lane, kissing it off the glass for a deuce of his own. That was a tough angle that he went to the hole with. Good English.
Didn't drop his head, Jeff. Took it to the rack with some authority, kept his head up, fouled all the way through. Nice job by Job.
Trying to slide that ball around. But there's only one player on the floor that doesn't care what's going on anywhere else, and that's Nick Volk. He's not watching.
He's not gonna
He
help.
is just inside the face of Dittmer. Pump fake. Tanny can't get the shot to drop. Brady Neitzel tips the ball out of bounds. Back over to the Bobcats.
Evan Lay into the game for the Cougars. He'll take Nemec's place. 43.6 to go, Jeff. 33-31. Cougars up 2 here in the third quarter.
42 ticks is all that's left in the third. Down 2 with possession. Joe Long sends that ball down in the corner. Shot goes up from number 12 on the play. Tyler Sank can't get the shot to drop. Dittmer, before he can even get in range, he sees a 25 blue in his face. As they move around, Dittmer looking to come off a screen from Brady Neitzel. And now he's going to take it strong to the hole. And we're going to have Sank with the foul. Nice move by Dittmer coming off the Neitzel screen. and then instead of pulling up for an 18-footer, he took the ball strong to the hole knowing that he'd get contact.
Knight's a good job with the screen. And that's what Dittmer has to do, Jeff. Just got to be patient. When you're being face guarded, you got to be patient and make sure you just rub your guy off as many screens as possible.
And now you're seeing substitutes coming in late in the quarter. I love this because you're going to give your players just a little bit of an extra blow to come back ready to go for that fourth quarter. Get them a good drink. Second free throw attempt.
He's got a good-looking shot.
Yep. 34-31. 10 ticks left in the third. Stockton into the front court. They get that ball. Volk wide open for the three. Can't get it. At the buzzer. The shot is up, and it is good. Brendan Schlink brings it back to a 1-point game, 34-33. We'll be back in just a minute with the Final 8 right after these on BCTV.
The Times Lofts in downtown Bay City is the area's newest and finest apartment living with units that meet your every need, including stainless steel appliances. With prices starting at $850, there is something for everyone. To receive further information and find your dream loft, call us at 989-893-2000 or visit us on our website at thetimeslofts.com.
Back here in preparation for the fourth quarter. Boy, this has got to be a big game tonight. Gwiz, look who's here.
Ooh,
the chairman of the board.
Tom Herrick, chairman of the county board.
Tom's got some ties here to the Bay City All Saints Cougars, as well as a longtime faithful in Bay County.
He was my JV football coach when I was over here in Cougar Land.
Who does that date, him and or you?
Yes. High scores, end of the third quarter, Jeff. Hunter Skorseski with 11. And for the Bobcats, we have a few players with 6. Sink and Volk and Norman Stockton along with, that's it. Those 3 players, high scores for the Bobcats.
Here we are, ready to go off the alternate possession. The All Saints Cougars with the first offensive touch of the fourth quarter.
Going to be a fun fourth quarter, my friend.
1-point game, just exactly what we thought it would be. Strong to the hole. The shot is off the mark from Evan Lay. Norman Stockton sends it back. Joe Blong wide open for a 3-ball. Off the mark. Skorseski with a nice rebound, but exactly a great look is exactly what I was going to say. He'll take that look wide open every time, and he'll drain it more than he'll miss it.
Yep, that was a good look.
Sutton with a little stop and go, move to the hole, just put it up a little bit strong. I didn't know if we were going to get a push or a travel.
Well, it's foul on Dittmer, Jeff, his third personal.
Well, at least he went the entire third quarter without picking up number 3, so
he's
still in pretty good shape.
He'll stay. Team foul number 5 for the Cougars. 7-14 and counting, 34-33 Cougars with the lead.
Joe Blong can't get the shot to drop. Backside rebound for the All Saints Cougars. We've played the first minute of our fourth quarter. Sutton going strong to the hole. Sends that thing back to Skorseski. Splits the defenders, puts the shot up, can't get it to drop. And here comes Norman Stockton. Nice job of moving around.
Nice Euro step.
Brendan Schlink could not get that to drop, but that was a pretty looking shot. Wide open 3-ball. Lay can't get it to drop. And we're going to have a foul down on the floor as Dittmer hit the floor, and he was assisted to the floor by one of the John Glenn Bobcats.
Nick Volk just picked up his first team foul, number 5 for the Bobcats. Out of bounds to the Cougars.
As that ball comes in bounds. And that's going to be number 4, I believe. Is that not?
That's Hunter Skorseski's 4th personal. Team foul number 6 for the Cougars. Hunter is going to sit down for a couple minutes, if that, Jeff, here in the fourth quarter. 34-33. Lots of hoops to be played. 6:36 and counting.
I think he gets about 90 seconds on the bench, comes back around the 5-minute mark. We'll see what happens. Volk in the corner gets that ball back up top. Brandon Schlink, Volk in the corner, gets that ball back up top. Brandon Schlink, ball tipped away. Sutton coming down on the controlled break. Look at the speed at which he hits the fast break. And a little reach-in foul. I think Brandon's going to get the foul, Schlink.
Fouls on Brandon Schlink, his third personal. Team foul number 6 for the Bobcats.
We're going to have a timeout on the floor. All Saints Cougars, they'll take a 30. We'll take a break as well and be back after this on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine.
Back here on BCTV is the student section from All Saints having a little bit of fun at the game tonight, as they always do.
Once again, we got to thank Jeff, the All Saints Booster Club. Principal Brian Campbell's in the house tonight. Athletic Director Greg Wagner, he's making it all work for us tonight, showing us a lot of hospitality again.
This is a great place in the back and around. Taney wide open for the 3 ball. Puts it up a little bit strong. Nice job by Neitzel to keep it going. Shot is up and missed again on the second attempt. 2-on-1 numbers the other way. Nice look to Brandon Schlink, and he was expecting the shot to go up, not ready for the pass. Sails out of bounds back over to the Cougars.
Nice 2-on-1 break. Jeff had the right idea, just did not finish. 6:02 to go here in the game. 34-33, Bobcats down 1.
Brandon Schlink's going to come out, but I would imagine that'll be a 60 to 90 second blow as well. He'll be back for the stretch. Sutton just left of the circles, now brings it between the circles. He has a little stop and go. Neitzel thought about it for a minute. Taney trying to make it happen as well. Showing patience. Little turnaround from 10. The shot up and good by Evan Lay.
He's had a nice
game.
Yeah.
How about that for stereo?
He's played very well tonight, Jeff.
3-point lead for the All Saints Cougars. 5.5 left in the ballgame. Norman Stockton halfway down the hole, and he can't get it to drop as he tried to tie the game.
Wow, that would have been a big basket for the Bobcats to tie it up. That thing was halfway down. Foul on Stockton, his second. Team foul number 7 for the Bobcats. Going to the line to shoot 1-1 is number 23, the senior, Trevor Sutton.
Have just a little bit of conversation. Now Sutton's going to want the ball. Crowd doesn't realize what a little preventive officiating does. They just don't appreciate it.
Kind of like preventative maintenance.
Ice water in his veins makes the first and 2 at the line.
Nice shot.
You know, a little crosstown rivalry, you do.
Oh, it's a little intense.
Just a little Scotia conversation back and forth.
Not much, but just a touch.
Correct. It's got to be well-timed and placed. Second one rattles home as well. Back to a 5-point lead. That's the biggest lead in a while for the All Saints Cougars. Stockton gets that ball into the front court against Sutton. As the ball comes to Hardy, he's looking to post up. Now he's trying to get a screen. Down on the baseline, ran out of real estate is number 23, Adam Pike.
Pike goes out of bounds, Jeff. 4:56 to go in the ball game. 38-33 into the game for the Bobcats. Number 12, Tyler Sink. He'll replace Hardy. And into the game also number 1, Brandon Schlink, and he will replace number 23, Adam
Once
Pike.
Brandon Schlink goes to the table and reports in, Coach Clyde had to remind him that there's a process there. You just can't walk back on the floor. So he checked in, and he's back right when we said around the 5-minute mark.
Yeah.
So we must be
You're
prognosticators.
psychic.
Well, we're something, all right. 4:50 and counting left in the ball game. 38-33, All Saints with possession. And the ball Sutton can't get the deuce to drop. He's going to get 2 to the line. All Saints has really picked their spots well here in the second half and have a chance to add to their 5-point lead with 4:43 left in the ball game.
Yeah, that's team foul number 8 against the Bobcats. That foul was on number, they don't have the number up yet, Jeff. I did not see who it was on. Oh, it was on Stockton, excuse me. His third personal, team foul number 8, 39-33. Stockton goes out, Pike back in. 4:43 to go in the ball game.
First thing those kids are doing when they hit the sidelines is they are hydrating. Second free throw off the mark. 6-point lead for the All Saints Cougars as the Bobcats come into the front court. Joe Blong between the legs with a little stutter dribble. That ball nearly tipped away, and it goes back over to the John Glenn Bobcats. We got some excitable fans here tonight, Mike.
It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big game for both these squads. Big records, good records. Going into the districts here in a couple weeks. This is an important game.
Yeah, there's about 3 regular season games left for these boys. Volk outside. Pike thought about the shot, and they're going to go back up top to Brendan Schlink. Schlink going to take it strong to the hole, and they're going to call a foul on Joe Taney. He was in pretty good spot on the floor, but he really never squared himself up to the shooter.
Fouls on Tanny, Jeff, like you said, his third personal, team foul number 7. This is important right now. Bobcats in the 1-1, 4:16 to go. This has been kind of their Achilles heel all night long, has been from the free throw line.
Boy, and he has just never seemed to be in his total rhythm. We're going to have a timeout. John Glenn calls the timeout. We'll take one as well and be back after this on Bay County TV. Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Toad and Mike Wasdala along with you as we peer into the bench of the John Glenn Bobcats as they're putting their strategies together. Natalie Doan, our super statistician. Harold Beauchamp on the camera. Nick Page doing the directing and the producing tonight. It has just been another fun-filled night. Jam-packed, hot gym. Emotions running high from the fans. They're all trying to get their $5 worth out of their ticket. Father with a nice blessing before the ball game. Always like to have that addition into the ball game.
And Coach Mike Debo, a big winner tonight, too, with that 50-50 win.
We will find out where the
Where's the festivities?
Celebration will be. And we'll tell you on our next broadcast how it was.
Yes, absolutely.
Split of the 2 at the free throw line. It is 39-35. So Coach Clyde calls the timeout, and he brings out a little different defense as they just beat that 10 seconds. You say it's an eternity, but I'll tell you what, it could go by in a hurry when you're not ready for it.
Well, Coach Clyde came out of a little bit of a 1-2-2, 3-quarter court trap, Jeff. Probably thinking his kids would need to get a little more movement out, a little more energy. That's why he came out.
Sutton wide open from 15, just off the front iron. Good-looking shot, though. Down 5 with possession of the ball. Brandon Schlink pulls up from 18. Can't get the shot to drop. And look who's back in the ball game with a great rebound, and that is Grant Dittmer.
Well, and Skorseski's still on the bench also, Jeff, so he's got a couple of more seconds. And I see him coming back in.
Great job by Tyler Senk to slap that shot away from Dittmer, who thought he had an angle. Joe Blong going underneath. The shot is good. Tyler Senk will go to the free throw line to try and finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Fouls on number 10, Brady Knight, so that's Brady's first personal, team foul number 8 against the Cougars.
Here comes Skorseski.
Yeah, Skorseski. As soon as I said it, he's back in the game.
See, Coach must be tuned in to BCTV. He's got the pipeline going. As that shot is missed, it's a 3-point ball game yet. Still what we consider a one-possession game, though, as we approach the 3-minute mark left in our ball game. 39-36, All Saints +3 with the ball. And there's a foul, and that'll go against Pike. That one was a little bit obvious as he tried to stretch for the ball, and he came right across the old choppers. And we're going to be doing a lot of free throw shooting down the stretch here.
Adams' fourth personal, team foul number 9, Jeff, for the Bobcats. It's loud in here.
Evan Lay to the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1. First shot is good.
That has been a huge difference tonight in this game, Jeff. The free throws for the Cougars and the free throws for the Bobcats.
Second one is missed. Split of the two at the line. Still a two-possession ball game now, 40-36. Just under 3 minutes left in the ball game. Joe Blong with a little step back from 12. I'll tell you what, composure for a freshman.
That was a nice pull-up jump shot, Jeff. Just took his time, sat on it. 40-38. Bobcats down 2. 2:40 to go here in the ball game.
Trying to move that ball out, and we're going to have the All Saints Cougars with the timeout. We'll take a break as well and be back in just about 30 on BCTV.
This presentation of high school sports on Bay County TV is brought to you in part by Renew Physical Therapy, with 7 convenient locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, including Au Gres, Bay City, Frankenmuth, Freeland, Midland, Saginaw, and Shields. At Renew Physical Therapy, there is a difference.
Here we are back. We're looking at the brain trusts from the Bay City All Saints Cougars, where tomorrow night they're going to be on center stage. Oh, they're vying. They're going to be decked out to the hilt last night. They're vying for the best dressed tandem of coach and assistant coach in Bay County. So they will spare no expense to be looking their best tomorrow night.
I had a great conversation with those two characters before the game, Jeff. A lot of intensity out of those two young men.
Shaden Cloves and Brandon Deacons, two great, fine individuals, as they'll be banging heads tomorrow with a very much improved Garber Dukes team. 3 ball up and missed by Evan Lay. Double iron, couldn't get it to drop. Going strong to the hole with the finish. Brandon Schlink, and we are knotted up with 2:15 left in the game. It's 40s everywhere.
That was a nice move, Jeff. I thought it was a good no call, good Euro step. Practice that every day in practice, so when you get an opportunity, you got to use it.
Sutton puts up the shot, cannot get it. Adam Pike with the rebound. Logue very quickly gets it down to Volk, puts the 3 ball up. Can't get it. Look at the quick hands of Sutton, and being low to the ground, he's able to roil that ball.
Yeah, Trevor's got good hands, Jeff. Very quick. Got down there, got low, and got the rock.
Taney gets the ball back to Lay. They're going to take their time offensively. Buck 35 and counting left in the ball game, tied up at 40. As the All Saints Cougars reset their offense. Taney getting that ball into Skorseski. Skorseski's held on the play. Probably a good foul. He's going to take a step to the hole, and he's going to be able to finish because there is no backside help coming on that play.
That foul's on Adam Pike. That's his 5th personal, Jeff. Team foul number 10 against the Bobcats. Double secret probation for the Cougars the rest of this ball game. At the line for 2 is Hunter Skorseski. Adam did a nice job tonight.
Yep, he'll be back in the ball game, well rested. We'll see how he handles things in the last buck 21 of the game. Chance to give the lead back as 2 free throws, double secret probation, as you said. First one at the line, double iron and no good. Boy, there's a lid on that basket in both halves of the football at the basketball game at the free throw line.
Nice to have a game like this late in the season, Jeff. Test your kids a little bit, getting ready for the district. These games are fun this late in the season.
Boy, a little strong on the first, a little short on the second. 0 of 2 at the line, buck 15 and counting. And Stockton has the ball between the circles. He's got a wide open look and thought he wasn't going to take it. Clyde says, I'll take a timeout. We'll take another break and be back after this on BCTV.
The Times Lofts in downtown Bay City is the area's newest and finest apartment living with units that meet your every need, including stainless steel appliances. With prices starting at $850, there is something for everyone. To receive further information and find your dream loft, call us at 989-893-2000 or visit us on our website at thetimeslofts.com.
trying to match wits with the John Glenn Bobcats as we take a little peek inside their huddle. Dale Clyde wants absolutely sure that he has got the right play and all 5 of his players on the offensive end in sync.
Well, and you're right, Jeff, on that offensive end of the floor. And plus he's telling them, look, it hasn't been that great for us from the free throw line, but we're going to get our opportunities. When you get to that free throw line, we got to start making those things. Just get up there. Don't think about it. Just put the ball in the hole, and that's what he's going to tell. Let's see if there's going to be any change-up for the Bobcats when they come out on defense also.
I think that ball goes high post, and then they're going to kick it to the short side baseline for a wide-open jumper and see if it hits. As we have just reached the 1-minute mark left of this ball game, tied at 40. They may take their time and opt for the last shot. So the All Saints Cougars are going to come out just a little bit defensively, but you don't want to overcommit and leave a lane, as Volk is that high post, and I think that it's going to be a high post and it's going to be a skip to the base.
You might see another timeout too here by Coach Clyde when he gets
with
it
about
down
25 or so.
Yeah, you might see that. That's not where you want to go. That's okay.
There's the post, and there's the shot back out. He just looked at the clock,
Yep.
and he says, all right, we've got things down. Maybe we can wait until there's about 12 or 13 left. He's got an idea what he wants.
He's calling the play.
Calls the play. He called it out. Joe Long dribble penetrates. He flashes the ball down. Volk gets the ball back up to Long. Norman Stockton lets the 3-ball go halfway down. We're going for an extra session here at All Saints. 32 minutes just doesn't seem like enough.
That was a great job by the Bobcats, Jeff, holding that basketball. Got a great look to end the ball game. Let's go overtime.
Nothing like an extra 4 minutes of fun here in a jam-packed house. People getting their money's worth tonight out of this one.
This has been an absolutely fantastic basketball game. Bobcats had a tough time from the line. Jeff got this thing tied up, took the last shot. Stockton had a good look, just didn't go down. Overtime between the Cougars and the Bobcats.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this on BCTV.
Where did this rash come from?
Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs.
Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
Back here on BCTV. You know the players, Mike, haven't been in a lot of overtime games because the first thing they come out to the officials and say, hey, whose ball is it? We won't know till the jump.
Let's jump her right back up, boys.
That's
We're starting
how we
all
start
over.
Overtime the same way we started the game. Checking the foul trouble here. I don't think anybody's real serious. I think somebody might have 4, and that's Skorseski. As that ball gets tipped up and Stockton comes into the front court, he gives the ball back to the now floor general, the freshman Joe Long. Long, he's about 25 feet from the basket, and he always shows that he's going to pass it. Norman Stockton with a shot in the corner, another good wide open look, just a little bit off the mark. And again, he sat out to the last $1:21 of the fourth quarter, so he was fresh coming in. Sutton wide open from 23. Splish, splash. He took a bath from downtown. Hit the trifecta and a 3-point lead for the All Saints Cougars.
Hey, he knew it was going in the minute he let it fly too, Jeff. He felt really good about that shot.
Boy, the pressure down. Great look inside to Brandon Schlink as he got the great pass and knew how to finish, kept the ball high.
Great pass to the short corner. Great cut by Schlink going to the basket. 43-42. We got 3 minutes to go in overtime. Cougars up 1.
First minute of overtime has gone by quickly. Dittmer's going to go strong to the hole, kisses it off the glass, put it up too strong. He was looking for contact that never happened. Schlink was trying to get that ball, and it tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars. Good call.
Good call by the official. Schlink took it, went back after it, fouled the shot out of bounds underneath to the Bobcats, Jeff. 2:44 to go in overtime.
How about Schlink's body control? They were perfectly positioned to stop to get the charge, and he stopped up short. Stockton with a little fade away, couldn't get it to drop. Doesn't look like that's the shot Coach Clyde was looking for.
I think you wanted to bring that back out instead of the back up, Jeff.
+1 with possession, 2:22 and counting left in the ball game of our fifth quarter. This is overtime. Dittmer underneath, trying to pump fake, not much there. Sutton taking it to the hole, little floater. Look at the soft touch, using the iron, using the glass and the iron before we get just a little cotton.
Sutton 5, Bobcats 0, Jeff, here in the, or Bobcats 2 here in the overtime, excuse me.
Trying to move the ball around. Back up top to Joe Blong. He's going to look to dribble penetrate as he puts that thing to Brandon Schlink. Sutton read that pass. Sutton underneath. 7 points in the overtime and a 5-point lead with $1:40 left in OT.
Crowd is going crazy here at the Cougar Gym, Jeff. Cougars are playing solid defense right now.
Schlink wide open for a three-ball. Quiets the crowd by tickling the twine.
Woo!
But that is an equalizer in a hurry. 45 for the John Glenn Bobcats, 47 for the All Saints Cougars. They got the 2-point lead in the ball here. We got $1:14 and counting left in our fifth quarter.
Hunter's working hard down low, Jeff.
Boy, All Saints looks like they may opt to take the air out of the ball for a little bit of time and go for that high percentage shot. Dittmer underneath. The shot blocked by Sink. Tyler Sink anticipated that jump perfectly and swatted the ball away. Moving the ball around. Almost a steal. Nick Volk in the corner. Knows it's too early to let that ball fly. 35 ticks left in the ball game. Down 2 with possession. Joe Blong thought about trying to get to the hole. Brandon Schlink is trying to flash to the middle. And there's a foul. Norman Stockton's going to go to the free throw line. He'll only be shooting the 1-and-1.
Fouls on number 23, Sutton, his second. Team foul number 9 for the Cougars. Stockman will shoot 1-and-1 for the Bobcats. They're down 2, 47-45, 28.6 to go in overtime.
First free throw, a little bit strong.
Ooh.
How about that for the soft shooter's touch?
Those are nice rims. Shooter's rims.
Friendly shooter's rims. Second free throw attempt is off the mark. Skorseski with a big-time rebound. 25 ticks left. Trying to get the ball in. Taney is going to go to the free throw line. And you knew that John Glenn could not let All Saints run too much time off the clock.
Fouls on Stockman, Jeff. His fourth. Team foul 10 at the line for the Cougars. Joe Taney, he'll shoot 2. Double secret probation for the Bobcats.
Well, the next one will be 10 also for All Saints. First one is off the mark.
Bobcats got to box out here, Jeff, if he misses.
Schlink and Skorseski are the two that I'm going to watch. Sutton, he's a little water bug on this side. We'll find out where he goes. If he tries a little wraparound, second free throw is good. We're going to have timeout All Saints with 22.8 ticks left. 48 for the All Saints Cougars, 46 for the John Glenn Bobcats. We'll take a break and be right back on BCTV.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency of Bay County is a proud sponsor of Bay County TV sports and your number one option for all of your insurance needs. From home and auto to recreational vehicles, we can cover it all. Stop by our office location at 706 South Euclid Avenue or call us at 989-686-5850 to save hundreds on your insurance needs.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doden and Mike Wasdala inside the Cougar huddle right now. First thing Coach is saying is no foul.
Yeah, absolutely no fouls, Jeff, especially on the shooter. If they're going to put up a shot, they only got to put up a deuce. Do not foul anybody on the shot. Close out quickly, close out high, challenge the shot, and box out. If you get the rebound, hang on to it because the Bobcats are coming after you.
Verticality defense. You do not want to be reaching or leaning in. Make the Bobcats earn what they're going to get if they get it.
This is just as much fun as for a coach as it is for a player and the crowd, Jeff. These are the type of games you look forward to playing in, you look forward to coaching in, you look forward to watching, and you definitely look forward to broadcasting.
Fans are certainly getting their money's worth. Will they go for a deuce or will they go for the win? We'll find out here with 20 ticks left. Joe Blong into the front court. I think he's going to try and dribble, penetrate, and shoot. They send that ball back out. Brandon Schlink almost has that ball taken away. Ball down on the ground, fighting for the loose change.
Cougar ball.
The alternate possession with 7 ticks left. It's Cougar ball. As soon as they get the ball in, they're going to be fouled if they can't get a steal.
Yep, and that's another thing that Coach Brzezinski said to his kids. It's our arrow, so if you get tied up, the ball's going to go to us. All Saints is going to call a timeout.
Coach Brzezinski wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. Oh, back for the final 7 ticks of overtime, or maybe a second overtime right after this on BCTV.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready. With the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. You know, we thought we were going to have enough fun in 32 minutes tonight, but oh no, there's another 4 minutes, and this has just been a blast.
Coach Brzezinski has to know one thing, and he has to repeat this to his players. Got to tell them how many timeouts they have left. They're taking the ball out of bounds. I'm not sure how many they have. They might not have any. If they don't, they got to know that so they don't turn the ball over to the Bobcats. Bobcats got to foul quickly when the ball comes in bounds.
If you have no timeouts left and you're close to that 5, you have to get the ball into the front court so it can be touched and that clock starts. Dittmer to the line. Volk's going to follow him right away. 1.3 seconds are all that came off of the clock. On record, Dittmer, their best free throw shooter.
Yep, that's the guy that Coach Brzezinski wanted to be fouled. Dittmer's going to shoot 2. Volk picked up number 2. 48-46, Jeff. 5.7 to go in overtime here at the Cougar Gym. We
Looks
got a
like
timeout.
Dale Clyde's going to try and do a little ice baby on Dittmer. We're going to keep it right here during this timeout, as with 5.7 seconds left, Coach Clyde has got to have more than one scenario for what's going on, and that's going to be based on what happens at the free throw line. 0 made, 1 made, or 2 made.
Right, and he's going to go through all 3 of those, Jeff. If he misses them both, got to come down there and get the best shot available in 5 seconds. If he makes the first one, he's got to get the best 3. And, you know, if he makes them both, well, that's going to be pretty tough.
What is the school of thought if the first one is missed to intentionally miss the second to get the clock started, have to go the full length of the court in 5.7?
You know, and that kind of runs through your mind right there, Jeff. Personally, I always wanted to make both free throws. I wanted the kids to make them both, but some coaches like to miss it, get that going after the ball, take a couple, 3 seconds off the clock. By that time, the clock might run out. It's all preference and the style of the coach.
Well, and it's all depending on what happens with the first of 2 free throws here. Dittmer with 2 dribbles, bend to the knees, flick of the wrist. Ice water in the veins, drains the first. If he drains this one, it's in pretty good shape for the Cougars.
It's a big one here for Grant.
As he misses it, Norman Stockton tried to come down the floor. He lets the 3 ball go at the buzzer. That's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in our ball game, the All Saints Cougars 49 and the John Glenn Bobcats 46. That is the first game this year that John Glenn has lost, giving up less than 50 points.
That has been a great basketball game, Jeff. Both these teams played so hard. Well coached, well played. Kids play hard. Crowd was fantastic. Couldn't ask for a better game.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back in just a minute as we try and piece this one together. What a great ball game. Can't wait for the post-game show. It'll be back right after this on BCTV.
This presentation of high school sports on Bay County TV is brought to you in part by Renew Physical Therapy, with 7 convenient locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, including Au Gres, Bay City, Frankenmuth, Freeland, Midland, Saginaw, and Shields. At Renew Physical Therapy, there is a difference.
Back for the post-game show here on BCTV. Tonight, 32 minutes, Mike, just wasn't enough. An extra 4 minutes of basketball, a jam-packed house. Nobody should have left this game disappointed tonight.
It was a fantastic ball game, Jeff, by 2 very good basketball teams. Took 36 minutes to finish this one. Big win by the All Saints Cougars.
Late in the ball game, I said the first loss of the year for the John Glenn Bobcats, giving up less than 50 points. This was a ball game tonight that I really think All Saints won the game by controlling the tempo.
Well, and I think they controlled the tempo, but I really liked the Cougar defense tonight, Jeff. They were very active, their hands were high, their feet were good, and they played very, very solid defense against a pretty good shooting Bobcat team.
I said the Cougar key to success was tonight to not get into foul trouble. They succeeded.
Yeah, they didn't. Nothing really hurt them tonight, Jeff. Hunter got 3, and he sat down for a little bit, got some rest. But really, that foul trouble with the 3s and the 2s really didn't affect the game that much. And their bench played very big tonight too. Brady Neitzel came in, did a nice job, set a lot of good screens for Dittmer and the guards outside. So good effort by all the kids from All Saints tonight.
Still, I think the most impressive player on the floor tonight was Nick Volt.
Yeah, Nick did a nice job guarding Dittmer. Grant did a nice job. He didn't really hurry himself getting around. Grant was really tough down the stretch, made a couple big free throws.
I thought Joe Blong gave some good energy again for a freshman. He just continues to impress.
Yeah, I was talking to some of the All Saints faithful before we came down here to do the post game, and they were all really impressed with Joe Blong. Hard to believe he was a freshman and doing some of the things. They liked him. Very complimentary to the Bobcats too, and a great game by both squads.
Looking back to the first game, probably was a real deciding moment for All Saints in losing that first game because they've rattled off 10 in a row.
Yeah, this is number 10. They've won every game since that first loss to John Glenn out at the Bobcat Gym, Jeff. It's a nice little streak. They've got 3 more to end the regular season, all on the road. Very tough schedule left, but a big win. 17 games into the season. You're looking down the road just a little bit. You see that district tournament. This is a good win for the All Saints Cougars.
Can a late season loss by a team that was surging in John Glenn be good for them?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. There's some things that Coach Clyde's going to have to work on. I know one thing that he's going to work on tomorrow when he gets in the gym. So they're going to be at the free throw line. They struggled a little bit, and not saying that was a determining factor, but they were 9 for 19 from the line. Cougars were 18 for 27. So that's a huge difference. But, there's some things that they're going to have to work on. But yeah, it was a good game, and I like the idea going in late in the season, playing an overtime game under pressure with a big crowd going into the districts.
Well, this game lived up to its hype. We kind of had a feeling it would be closer than the first game. We had no idea we were going to go the extra session. How about the leading scorers?
Yeah, the leading scorers, Jeff, for the Bobcats was Schwenk. He had 11 points. He was the only Bobcat in double figures. For the Cougars, it was 11 points for Hunter Skorseski. Trevor Sutton came on late in the ball game. He got 12. Big overtime for Trevor Sutton. And the leading scorer for the Cougars was number 4, Evan Lay, who had a really nice game for the Cougars. 14 points, did a really nice job.
Still the buzz in this gym behind us as the Cougar faithful are hanging around. They defended their home court tonight. With just a week and a half left in the regular season, they come away with a huge victory on their own court. Now tomorrow night, all the fun continues. We're going to see All Saints girls against Garber.
That's going to be a real dandy, too. We were talking to the coaching staff of the All Saints girls team tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun out at Garber tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. This is an exciting time of year, Jeff. Kids are wanting to play their best ball. Coaches are coaching their best right now. The crowds are into it. We're just about a week away for the girls district starting. So real fun time of year for everybody.
Tomorrow night we'll end our regular season. There's talk of a postseason special. I'm all for it. I'm excited for it. But again, a great game tonight, a great win, number 10 in a row for the All Saints Cougars, and they come away with a hard-fought victory. I'd like to thank Natalie Doan, our super statistician, Harold Beauchamp on the camera, our producer and director, Nick Page, the great family that we enjoy that just continue to make us look and sound good.
Yeah, once again, Jeff did a great job. Got to thank Greg Wagner, AD, Brian Campbell, principal here at All Saints for their support, shirts, mugs, and more for the apparel. And we're going to have a dilly. And of course, yes, the All Saints Booster Club. Thank you for reminding me. We couldn't do it without them. And man, where did those 21 weeks go? It just flew by, but we had a lot of fun. We'll talk more about that on our next game.
Well, we thank you for joining us tonight. Again, tomorrow night, All Saints and Garber girls will wrap up the regular season. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Good night, everybody.